Saturday, October 24th, on a brisk, cool morning, and this is where we are with the footings. So they started the footings the other day. Probably have another day or two before they'll be finished. And then we can pour the concrete and start working on the walls. When they were excavating, they created a ramp to make it easier for the guys to go up and down instead of having to climb a ladder each time, which was working out great. Today's November 2nd, and the weather is actually cooperating with us finally. It's actually, it's going to be in the 70s this week in November, which is crazy. So hopefully we get a lot done this week, but I've been away on business, just came back. Here's the footings. They poured them last week, right before a nice rain event. So they came back after they poured them and stripped the forms off so that we could start putting in the crushed stone and perimeter drains. And then they'll be back to form the walls this week. I wanted to show you guys something that we installed here. It's this membrane right here. It's actually called a water stop. And you can see how it sticks up past the footing. And then next to it, right here, is a keyway. So that when they form the walls on top of the footing, that locks the walls in, plus this water stop doesn't allow any water to penetrate underneath and go into the basement. So we have that going all the way around. Well, it's 3 o'clock on November 2nd, and this is what we've accomplished today. We were able to fix the cave-in over there, so we had to dig that out. We had the excavator help us, dug a lot of it by hand so we wouldn't hit the footing. And we started to rake out all the dirt inside, make it nice and level. We're not done. And then we fixed that collapse over there. And then tomorrow we're getting a few loads of crushed stone. We have a nice little ramp here. We'll be able to come down, drop it there, and we'll feed it in with the excavator. So until tomorrow. November 3rd, the end of the day. We actually got a lot more done than I thought we would do. You can see we got all the stone at the bottom. We're able to install the perimeter drains going all the way around. Those are just some extra pieces. You can see the filter fabric with a perimeter drain underneath it. Unfortunately, we had a cave-in over here, and a big rock came down and smashed the perimeter drain, so now we've got to repair that in the morning. But you can see the stone and the filter fabric lays on top of it. It's the morning of November 5th. Yesterday we got a lot of the wall forms set. Hopefully today we could finish that. We have a afternoon inspection. If all goes well, we should be pouring concrete by tomorrow. It's the end of the day on Thursday, November 5th. We just passed our inspection, so we are ready to pour tomorrow. Today's November 6th. It's actually, believe it or not, going to be in the mid to upper 70s today. So while we have this great weather, take advantage of it. We finished up the formwork for the walls yesterday. And this afternoon, all the concrete trucks will show up, the concrete pumper, and they'll pump concrete into all the forms.